most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Wake up, Brad. Hi, folks. I'm Bob Shaw, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
We're
therapist.
the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, we're going to talk about calf tear or strain. Never do this. Never do this. Do this instead to heal fast.
There you go. So, Bob,
Brad,
we've got some work to do.
All right. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And yes, sir, Bob, you're going to want to join us on our social media channels on our website because we're giving away a SleepOvation mattress.
A nice mattress.
So go to the giveaway section on bobandbrad.com and you can sign up for that. You can also go to Bob and Brad on Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top of the page. Want a short version of us? You're tired of us rambling on? Go to Twitter or Instagram. We have a 60-second version of our program.
There you go.
Every day.
So a calf strain oftentimes occurs either from overuse. Maybe you went for a walk and you have not walked. You went 3 miles and you haven't walked more than
Too much too soon.
Too much too soon.
Yeah, a lot of runners.
Motion.
Yep.
Or maybe in my case, I ran a 5-mile race and I really wasn't prepared for it, but I thought, I'll just do it. It'll be okay. Well,
you can't get away with that
at
stuff
mile
anymore.
4, my calves start talking to me. And then otherwise, it could be a traumatic thing. Say you're playing baseball. You're accelerating from first base to
weekend
second.
Athlete, and you hadn't been doing any sprinting, and all of a sudden you sprint.
Right, and then you hopefully it's just a strain or a tear, and you don't rip the Achilles tendon or something of that.
Yeah,
nature.
you could be playing basketball and jump and land.
There you go.
You know. And now, that's what's great for me at my age. I can only jump this high, so you can't get hurt. You can't hurt anything.
At 6'6", you don't need to jump much,
Bob.
Right. Anyways, stand up and show them.
That's right.
So 2 things you never should do. And right away, the first thing is people think, oh, I strained my muscle, I better stretch it out. Well, you've already got the muscle tissue in there that's been actually tore slightly, and if it's a bad tear, you actually could have torn it. And if you take a muscle that's tore and you actually stretch it, you just tear it some more.
Right.
So those first couple days especially, and I'm thinking sometimes more depending on how severe it is, you're not going to go after it and stretch it. You're going to put a cold pack on it, not heat. Particularly those first 2 days, if you put heat on something that's already inflamed and sore, it might feel good, but the inflammation is going to get worse as a result of it.
Right. I mean, inflammation to some extent is good.
Right.
But it overdoes it. The body goes crazy, and then it actually prevents healing because there's too much swelling.
Right.
So that's why you want to put cold on it for the first 24 to 48 hours at least.
So those are the 2 big never things that commonly are misunderstood. Now we want to do what you should do. And like Bob said, get a cold pack, a nice gel cold pack. I've got to get these things out of the way, Bob. I'm going to talk about I got these darn socks, and they're my work socks. So that's not like I don't work out with gargoyle socks on. Let me tell you that.
Argyle.
Well, I'll get it, Bob. So mine is a low calf strain. It's actually in the soleus. That's the lower muscle. Then you got the gastroc up here. But it's nice if you can wrap a cold pack right around it. Get in a recliner. Read a book, watch TV, whatever. Give it 20 minutes, and then
cool it down.
Yep, cool it down. And if you're the type of person that responds well to ibuprofen, make sure you get on a regimen of that. I don't like to get on it for too long, 3 days.
And that's what the pharmacist had told us is 3 days, and they even said beef up the amount a little bit, but we're not going to recommend that. You got to make sure it's okay with your doctor. I don't know what other medications you might be on,
right? Exactly.
But it's an anti-inflammatory, so it's trying to calm the inflammation down.
So you combine that with a cold initially, and then some gentle massage on that calf. So you're not going to get in real deep right away.
No, just trying to get some movement.
Just get some
flow.
circulation going. Work it up this way, and whatever feels good. You're not going to get after it too much yet.
Yeah, and if it hurts on the spot where it's tore, and it really is tender there, just work around it. Massage around the other area.
And typically, you will find one spot about the size of the quarter or a little more than that. That is that hot spot, and that's where the tear is.
I haven't gone through this, Brad, myself. this last winter, and you gone through it. How long did it take you, like from start to finish, before you were back to running again?
Oh, it's hard to say, Bob. It's been a while. I just strained this one a week and a half ago, and I ran 3 days ago on and off, just about a mile. And yesterday I ran three-fourths of a
So you
mile
start to
straight.
feel it.
Yeah, as soon
Yeah.
as it starts to bother me, I start walking.
Yeah,
I don't push it.
I would say it took me 2 months before I got back to full out running.
Yeah,
Like you said, I would do quite a bit of that, little bit of run, little bit
the
of
walk,
walk.
run,
Yep,
right.
yep. And you can feel when it's just starting to get too much and
Yeah.
you back off.
And
So
actually, typically after about a week or so, or maybe more or less than that, it's time to get in there. Your scar tissue is building up on the injured area, and you want to break that scar tissue up. And this can be a really big thing that's going to accelerate the healing.
right.
Um,
So yeah, this is a very valid point that you want to make sure. So what'd you say after how long? Would you say a couple weeks?
yeah, I mean, I just started mine about a week and a half. It's going to vary
Right.
from person to person and how you've been treating it, but if you'll find that tender spot, like here, let's say that tender spot is right here, which actually it is on, but it's on the other leg, but it'd be hard to show you. I'd have to sit in Bob's position.
Right.
But you're going to get in there, and the muscle fibers run vertical. So
Mhm.
you want to do a cross fiber.
Yeah, so this isn't just regular massage. We're talking about cross fiber massage.
Right.
He's really getting in there with
Yeah.
his thumbs.
I'm pushing into the muscle. It's going to be a little painful, and I'm going to work back and forth. And I actually look at a clock and I go, if after 30 seconds the pain is not resolved or feeling better or kind of numbish, I'm done. I'll go back to a cold pack and I won't do cross friction for another day or two. Um, but if you start to feel feels better, and typically after 15 to 20 seconds, I'll have people or myself say, "Oh, my patients I'm talking about, that feels better after a little bit." That's a green light. That means you can start doing cross friction massage, up to 3 times a day or even more.
Yeah, what I
Possibly.
did is I would do a little bit of that, and then I did use a massager like this because
Your thumbs get tired.
your thumbs get tired, and I would just do it while I was watching TV. I'd
Mhm.
just put it up, and then you could go for 20 minutes and not
Yeah.
even think twice of it, and it was a great time to do it because it's usually non-productive time.
Yeah.
And they've got this is the Renfo massager. We like this one because it's very inexpensive.
Yeah, and it
So
does a nice job. It reciprocates. It doesn't go-
right,
so it gets
it
deeper into the
percusses
muscle.
basically.
Yeah, percussive. Yeah, thank you.
And it's
You
got
can
different.
see it work that muscle right there.
Yeah, it's got different heads on it, so that it can really get in there with like that. That's a good
Yeah,
one
this
for
would be a
this.
good one to work.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was using this before the video on my other leg. Um,
So
the other thing is the roller. It's been very popular over the last few years. This is a little aggressive for my calf. I've been doing it with both legs on there, and to get
at
much
this
pressure-
point in
Yep.
in the healing process,
Yep.
it's a little aggressive for you, Brad.
If I go like this to get more pressure, actually it's better than it was yesterday. So things are moving along. I'm hoping to get back to running in another week. 7 days. I'll give it 7 days.
All right.
How about a week?
You like that 7 number?
Yeah. So that's a nice one. You can work this for a few minutes. And we got the massage. I think that is a critical point with a calf strain, is to get in there and do the massage on that muscle as well as
Yeah,
any
that's
other
probably the
area.
number one thing we're going to have you do.
Yep.
The other thing is when you do progress to walking and running, when you start walking, you may even put a little heel wedge
Sure.
in your heel because
Yep.
that'll take some of the stress off the
Right.
calf. You could take even a piece of carpet and just cut out the shape of a heel and
Yep.
put it in your
Yep.
shoe.
You should do it on both feet.
Yeah,
Otherwise, one leg gets longer than
yeah,
the other.
yeah.
So
and it could throw you off.
and then the goal is you'll take them out,
Yeah,
obviously, after a
move
week
move
or
away
so.
from it after. You can buy a heel cup too.
Sure.
At a just a regular one of the big box stores. They
Yep.
they have them. So
So the idea is once you start walking, in my case, I'll go a mile. I've got my walks, my run stuff all figured out for my workouts. I'll go a mile without if after a mile there's no pain, which I came on fairly quick within a week and a half, whatever. And then I'll start to run, and as soon as I start to feel that pain, I don't push it. I stop and start walking. And I just got to be disciplined that way. Don't use
Yeah.
that no pain, no gain, because it's going to set you back. And then, take 2 steps forward and 3 back. It's
Yeah,
it's not
what
going
I
to help.
actually did when I was, because it was during the winter, I actually was on the treadmill
Oh,
and I would
sure.
actually take weight on my arms
Oh, yeah.
and then I could run a little bit further,
Yep.
because
Yep.
I wasn't putting as much stress on the calf.
Sure.
And then I
Sure.
try to run without my arms, without holding on.
Oh, I thought maybe you're trying to
Yeah,
run without your feet and
yeah,
just hold
yeah,
your body weight up and let your legs go like Fred Flintstone.
yeah. I just saw a funny cartoon. It was a podiatrist cartoon, and he was seeing Fred Flintstone. He's like, "Well, you got to start using your feet as brakes." Yeah, old people understand what that means, but
Yeah, if people 50 and older get
yeah.
that one.
So, all right, remember, Brad, I can fix just about anything.
Except for,
A broken heart.
but we're working on that as well.
Yeah, it's about time you get to it.
Well, I know, Bob. I've been busy lately. I'm
All
going to
right.
get at it.
Thanks.